What it do? What it do, bro?
What's up, man? Good evening to everyone.
Episode two.
Episode two.
Episode two. Like so, all so right now, all I got on the docket really is UFC. Like it hasn't been any, crazy dolphin news or anything like that has got my attention. I was like, oh, I need to talk about this, but um, you know, uh, UFC 270 is tomorrow. We got Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane. Brandon Moreno versus Davison Figueiredo. So that's
Figueroa.
Figueiredo. So that's kind of one of the main things that I like. Probably is going to be a short one tonight because it's really nothing.
Yeah.
It's
Just a
really
short
nothing.
one, just to keep the consistency going, and then tomorrow, that's when we're gonna be on our job.
I'm
We can
probably
actually. hmm
go ahead, go ahead. I
Now I
think
was
you're gonna
gonna
say
say we can watch a few fights together if you would like.
yeah. That's all I'm about to say. We can watch a few fights, be live while we watching fights together. But yeah, man. So did you watch the weigh-ins yet?
No, but I've seen like Francis and Ganu and Cyril Gane, like they're 250. That's what I actually meant to talk to you about.
Came in
257.
257.
257 Francis Ngannou.
And it obviously he took a vetted approach to coming in a bit light because he normally like at the 265 limit, 263, 264, somewhere around there. And the man,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know like where the man, like the man is it's crazy. Like you look
This
at
is
Derek, you look at most of the heavyweights 265, and you look at Francis 265, just a
it
different
looks
thing.
different. Yeah, it looks way different. I love this fight though because it shows you like some real martial artist type of stuff because it's like it makes you think because you're hearing the little things they're saying about each other and I actually love what I'm hearing. So
Mm-hmm.
for example with Francis, you got him, he's like no. Actually, Cyril Gone, they were asking him like, "Oh, how do you feel about the technical aspect of everything?" And he was like, "Francis is technical too." So he was like, "Yeah,
It's one of those things where it's like they're giving each other the respect. Where I think it's what is this coach name? Coach,
Bernard Lopez or something."
yeah, Lopez, something Lopez. They're giving it's. I feel like it's more him that has the beef with Francis, whereas they were trying to make it. Oh, Francis don't care about Cyril and all that shit and all that. It's more when you see them talk. It's more like, yeah, bro, I respect you. You respect me. They
Yeah.
fist bumped each other at the weigh-ins. Like I didn't watch the full weigh-ins.
Oh
I'm
wow,
gonna
really?
watch it. Yeah, it's like it seems like it's all up. They're
They're
going there.
very soft-spoken individuals. Like both of them are very soft-spoken. So it's like really crazy. It's like you're not gonna get this intense thing that you want. Like it's just they're just artists, Like you got some artists that's just gonna let me show you what I do in the ring. That's it.
And
I
I
mean,
and
not the ring, the octagon.
nah, the gun. We get what you're saying, but it's just one of those things where it's like you come um when they were talking, even Francis said in the interview yesterday at the pre-fight conference, it's like the only reason, like the head kick. When you were telling me about that stuff, the head kick, I was like, okay, he brought it up. It was like the only reason I'm saying something about it because you guys put that out there. I would have never said anything about it. Bless you, baby. I would have never said anything about that unless you guys brung it up. And so tell me I did not knock you out. He was like, well, tell me sitting up there, I did not sit you down. Yes or no? And like Cyril was kind of like, I was asleep. That's what he said. So you got knocked down. I don't want to say knocked out, but he got knocked down. Left eye kick. So it'd be crazy if he knocks him out tomorrow with a left eye kick.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be actually surprised at all if he gets a head knockout. Honestly,
Yeah, because
head
that's
kick knockout. Yeah, I
yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised.
Because that's just one of those. It's just like kind of like the Cody Garbrandt, T.J. Dillashaw when they released that footage of T.J. Dillashaw getting knocked down, and then T.J. Dillashaw EPO strong
Mhm.
boss, the EPO final boss, knocked Cody out twice.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where you know how I feel about that the training tape. That should never be released. You should never talk about training because you're sitting up there, iron sharpens iron. You're in there trying to get better, So I feel like somebody gets the best of you in training, not necessarily because everybody is not crazy good at when it's just training. But live fire, they're a different type of,
Nah, it don't
monster.
matter, shoot, because if we want to talk about people who went the scholarly way, who went to college and stuff like that, when we got a damn exam that's coming up, it ain't no damn, oh, I was, I drunk the previous night or I just didn't get enough sleep. It ain't none of that. You either gonna pass this motherfucking test or not.
That is true. So, but it's just but that's just it. If you want to use that analogy, it's like basically if you're not training hard, studying hard, most likely when you get that day of the exam, you probably won't do too well. So,
yeah. I mean, look at Sean Strickland. Every time, I mean, I wouldn't want to train with him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you're gonna get that work. So it's a good and a bad to it. It's a yin and a yang with it.
And one of those things that like we're just trying to, like when they would talk about, when Team Alpha Male would talk about TJ and what derailed, I think it was Chris Buchhold, or how you say his name, or I forgot who it was, TJ Grant or Buchhold. They was like TJ was training too hard, hit the guy in the back of the head, something crazy like that. So it comes, it's one of those things that when I used to train, when I used to do Taekwondo, you know who you're better than, you know who you're far than, you know who you're better than at the time. Not necessarily you're going to always be better than them, but sometimes your ability, your physical abilities are just better than the next person. And crushing that person, doesn't make you better. It doesn't like, so it's more one of those give and goes type thing that's just how I feel about training. Like you're there to make each other better. It's not there. You don't win in training. Like that's what I'm saying. You don't win in training. Like
yeah,
just because
I'm not going. You can't count it. Like you can't count it. You can't be like, oh, but you can make jokes of it.
That is just one of those things. You don't win in training. That's just how I feel. You don't win in training. That's not the time when you win. That's the time that you get better. But when you actually, go out and put in the work and win a championship, or not necessarily, it's not always about championship, but when you go out there, put in the work in live action, that's when I feel like you're doing what you got to do.
Still funny. I mean, so like, shoot, if somebody was to slip on the banana peel, I mean, what you gonna say then at that point? You still gonna laugh. I'm like, how the hell that happened?
So back to we kind of brushed on this day before yesterday. So Henry Cejudo and Brandon Moreno, they had a falling out. That's kind of why you remember when I was telling you that he's going to be in Figueiredo corner. So Brandon Moreno and Triple C had a falling out. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I said that's that the other day. Yeah,
I wasn't listening because that's why I was like, why would he be in his corner? Because and I just alluded to maybe it's something about him being the first Mexican champ and all that stuff or whatnot. I'm not sure.
Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Hold on, right quick.
My boy lost the video. Video gone.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Okay. All right then, yeah. But yeah, Brandon Moreno and I forgot what is the beef over. I just remember I heard about it some months ago, where it was something like Henry Cejudo was feeling like betrayed. He was talking about how he let Brandon Moreno stay in his house and blah blah blah, and how he's unloyal. But I thought Henry was just being funny, but I guess it has some real smoke to it.
Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
See, the internet does not. The internet does not lie. Right.
Yep. But what was something I wanted to kind of bring up today? I should have wrote it down, honestly, because it was something with the Dolphins. But we could keep on going UFC. I'll remember it in a few.
Okay, let me share my screen right quick.
Oh, that's what I could do too.
So basically, this is what it's what we have right here. It says in June, Brandon Moreno achieved his lifelong dream. UFC 263 became the flyweight champion. However, things in life don't always go as planned. Top contenders Askar Azarov, Pantoja. What is it saying? Henry Cejudo and Moreno were extremely close. They met in 2014, and Cejudo brought him onto his team, including his fight win with then 125 champion Demetrius Johnson, 2016. They were training partners at Cejudo's fight gym in Phoenix. That was until Ultimate Fighter season 24, as Cejudo and Benavidez were coaches on the flyweight season. The season was based on a collection of flyweight champions. Winner Demetrius, usually the coaches picked the first. So when the coaches selected fighters, Cejudo and Ben had no clue how the fighters were seated until they picked. So they picked Pantoja. And the 16 ended up being 16C ended up being Moreno. Oh, wow. Okay, all right. So just reading this a little bit, how would you feel if you my main man, bro? We've been training for the last 3 years, or like 3-4 years, it looks like. And you get drafted onto a show, you come onto a show, and I pick somebody else. I don't pick, like, I know it's better people, like just when back in the Baja, sometimes people pick who they boys first. How would you feel if I just sit up there and picked somebody else first that wasn't you? Like, you my main man, we train together every day, and you pick somebody that's not even like, how do you feel about that, bro?
So you mean to tell me Brandon Moreno picked somebody to be
No,
Henry
Cejudo picked somebody else first outside of Brandon Moreno. Like, so basically his first pick was Alexander Pantoja.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I would have felt defended too. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I feel you on that one. I want to show you like a quick throwback Friday. Throwback Friday real quick. I'm about to play something very interesting for you. I always wanted to show this here. Yeah, so come back here. Yeah, this is gonna be good right here. Let's see if it lets me share it. You can see my screen?
Yeah. Ryan T going deep. Bro, he literally jumped over another human being, bro.
Yo!
He jumped over another human being, bro.
Yo! I love that catch, bro. Yo, that's my favorite Dolphin highlight in a long time, dog. Like, oh man, bro.
Yo, run that back. How far was that?
30. Oh yeah, that was. Hey, it's not that far. I can tell you that.
So about a 42, 40. About like from where he threw it, not from the line of scrimmage, from exactly where he threw it. Like a 42, 43. That's what he can do, bro. That's what makes me mad, that they sit up here and say that he's a nobody, he's a scrub. Devontae Parker is like crazy athletic. It's just like, oh my God.
Run a freaking play for him. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, this is what I be saying. Like, bro, just Devontae, go deep, run the post.
Did you
Look how clean that was. Go clean that. Get up. You're little.
Secure the ball, and he good.
just little. Like this destroyed him. He destroyed him.
Secure the
Oh
ball.
damn! They said Devontae Parker versus Julio Jones highlights. Who did that? They brave for that one.
Julio is a different. Like Julio, he's going to like Julio. That's I don't know what to say about that guy. I believe he makes the fame, but like his touchdowns are not there at all.
I know what to say
Matt
about Julio.
Ryan,
I can
Matt
give you a
Ryan.
great thing on Julio right now. So, and I always say this with Calvin Johnson. I know we all are men and, we all got pride and whatever and all that stuff like that. But if I know I'm the second receiver on the team, I think I'm going to go to the coach personally and be like, hey, and I'm looking at the stats and be like, hey, why he only got like 2 touchdowns, bro? We got to give him the ball. I'm not saying we got to force it or nothing, but like, he's our playmaker. He got to get the ball. Like, something got to be done. Like, I don't know, bro. It's like they just didn't want to give him the ball, bro. They were just like, never mind. Julio, we're in the red zone. I know you took us down here with like 3 catches, but
So let me pull up. I think I pulled it up last time. So Derrick Henry, it's a couple of people that died today. That famous people that died today. Louis Anderson, I think it was. I seen. Um, the comedian dude. Yeah,
you said Louis Anderson?
Yeah, he died today after a battle with cancer or a
Oh, damn.
diagnosis. Yeah, I remember the Louis Anderson. Do you remember the Louis Anderson show?
Yeah. What year was this?
It's a while back, bro. That's like 96.
Probably heard of it. I mean, we
95.
all watched some crazy shows back in the day.
But
Speaking about shows, I was just looking at a show called Banana Splits. You ever heard of that one?
I heard of it, but I've never watched it.
Yeah, bro. That was an amazing show. I think we should do breakdowns on, old school shows too. But not today, but like, yeah, bro. Because Banana Splits, I remember watching that at like 6 a.m, bro, just waking up randomly. That day was a fun show. But yeah, what else we can get into? Because I don't know if I want to talk about Devontae Parker. I'll probably get too sad right now. I'm gonna just get mad that we don't know how to use our playmakers. I know something on. Damn, I ain't gonna play it. I was gonna show the Jaceki, but that boy jumped up like that.
The one thing that I would like to see that I would show is that Gesicki, when he threw the ball into the lap of our guy Brian Flores, just threw the ball straight to that boy. He was like, this is what I can do when you give me the ball.
I want to know how Flores felt because they be saying he's such an alpha. He probably felt vexed, boy. That boy was like, that's probably why Gesicki got benched a little piece. You feel me?
And people act like these guys. Most of these guys that play the game are alphas.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get into with like a toxic work environment. Like, my thing is that I always hear the whole Tua deal, the whole Tua this, Tua that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't it like 53 people plus staff and coaches and all that type of stuff on a football team? Front office, everything kind of goes into a team. And everybody's like, okay, no, it's just Tua's fault. This is Tua's thing. And I'm like, bro, wait a minute. The dysfunction been there before Tua. That's one. 2, we never seen no ish like this before. I like, people are lying if they said they never seen something like this before, where we can look on games and be like, yo, is he sabotaging our quarterback? Like, are we sabotaging our team to prove a point here? Like, I still need an explanation from Brian Flores, no one else. Brian Flores needs to give someone an explanation, not me. I ain't nobody, but he needs to give somebody an explanation as to why did I'm going to respect him on our show. Why did Jacoby start the Ravens game? That's just my question.
It was reports that saying that Tua was good enough to start the Texans game. So it's just, I don't know, bro. It's just one of those things that one of those things that you're never gonna find out. Why did we start 1-7? People blame Tua. Like literally, okay. I didn't plan on talking about any Dolphins, but give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Because like literally every other quarterback gets except Aaron Rodgers as well. They do this for Aaron Rodgers as well. Like his defense, like you give up you give up is this big? That's what she said. Like literally Las Vegas, we had Jacoby Brissett there. Jacoby Brissett did not score 28 points. He scored, I think it was 21. The defense had a pick six, if you recall. Scored 28 points, right?
Wait, wasn't that the game where wasn't it Malcolm Brown? Didn't he get a pretty good touchdown in that game?
Malcolm Brown.
I think he scored that game, bro. Let me check that out.
I'll pull it up right quick. No, I got it right here.
Okay.
Malcolm Brown, 24-yard rush for a touchdown. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that was the one where he like broke a few tackles, got up out of there, and he did a little thing.
So let's look at this our what you call it right here. So you have Landon Roberts. We didn't score, but then you had Landon Roberts, pick six, 85 yards. Then you had Malcolm Brown, 24-yard, 14 zip. Then you had that terrible play. You literally had that terrible play where you threw it behind the line of scrimmage. Not only did you throw it behind the line of scrimmage, you threw it back. And it like so people always complain about Tua throwing high. Literally, he had to jump for the ball. Caught it, came down. The dude, Casey Hayward, closed down on him and got the safety. You had them 14 zip, right?
Oh, I remember that freaking play now.
So we're talking about Tua. One of the main things that people harp on is Tua. You had this team down 14 zip. You took your foot off the gas. Slowly but surely, 14 zip went to 14-2. Still not bad. Then it went to 14-5. What are you doing on offense? Like, what are you running on offense? Why are you not getting in field goal range? Why are you not doing anything? Then you got 14-12. Then you got 14-9. Like, literally, you did not take the lead again in this game after having it 14 zip. None of your scoring shit came until you were down. You were back down again. Like, you're down. Like, what are you doing?
I'm just having like a low-key heartburn thinking about the like it was so pathetic. Now it's just all coming back to me how Jacoby did his thing. Like he just like so didn't he read one way and then come back to it?
Let me finish. So you have 2 full quarters where you don't do anything. What were you doing those 2 quarters? That's coaching. Tua's not in those games. But when Tua comes back, you blame Tua for the inability for the offense to score. Obviously, the offense doesn't score without Tua. When Tua is not in the game, the offense doesn't score. Let's continue.
Hold on. Let me throw a quick one. I heard a report say something about the team started disliking Tua because he was injured during the losing streak. I'm just like, wait a minute. So people don't get injured in the football league. I understand that, but did he get injured by someone else, or did he get injured? You know what I'm saying? It's like, was he holding the ball that got him injured, or did somebody come free and injured him? But okay, you go.
So then you go Jacksonville. You go to Jacksonville. I didn't mean to go to the actual thing, but okay. It was 2023. That should have went into overtime. You literally let a team that was tanking. You let Urban Meyer out coach you. The dude didn't even finish his tenure. He had a 5-year deal or something like that, 5-6 year deal. He didn't finish. He got fired like in game 8. You literally lost to that coach, but you blame Tua. Like that was the first thing people blame. Literally, you blamed Tua. Like I don't understand. Like when I watched that game, I rewatched that game day before yesterday. Like literally, it was like I always say, there's no rhyme or reason to any offense. Like you run the RPO offense, it's not because Tua. People pigeonhole Tua. Oh, that's all he can run. That's not true because that wasn't the only offense ran at Alabama. You can say that you can can try to say that, but he actually dropped back and threw the ball. Like it's he ran a spread offense. Kyler Murray runs a spread offense. He doesn't run. He rarely gets behind the center.
Yeah,
but it's a problem that Tua ran the center. Like literally, they run a college style offense with NFL concepts. But back to what I was saying. So you go to Jacksonville, you score 7-3. What's going on here? Why are you not? What's? It's not always the. It's not always the offensive players. Not only Tua. It goes around scheming. This is the 6th game of the NFL season, and you have 3 rookie offensive coordinators. But the players get all the blame. Well, if you're not giving us plays or you're not running routes, you're not scheming people open, not wide open, but you look at Jamar Chase, you look at the Bengals, how many people run free just out of nowhere because they're confusing the defense. The vanilla, like when we were talking about this off camera in the preseason, they were like, the Dolphins are running a vanilla offense. I was like, yeah, that's cool because they're going to open it up once the season starts. 100%, I would take what they were running in preseason over what they were running now. In these first 7-8 games, I'll take what we was running in preseason because it was just worse. I didn't see any changing. Most of the times when we come out, one of the things that we used to say all the time, Tua normally takes us down for the opening score. And then after that, it's just like they get away from the plays that's working. If you have to run the same plays because it's working, but they try to do all this fancy stuff and all this different stuff, and they don't adjust. There is no type of literally people blame Tua, but Flores had to go. The people that he was using. I love Eric Studsville, Godsey, George. What was it, George Godsey or something like that? GG.
You do?
No. As like people, just like how people say they love Tua is a good guy. Those are good guys, but they're not NFL coaches right now. They're not NFL offensive coordinators. And after they leave the Dolphins, I will bet my life they don't get another offensive coordinator job. They'll get tight end jobs, like they'll be tight end coaches. They'll be running back coaches, but they will not be that's one of the things that we need to talk about. How many people from Brian Flores' staff outside of Josh Boyer would ever be a coordinator again? How many? Let that sink in. How many people off of a Brian Flores staff at this present moment are hot commodities that's going to get offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator jobs at this or the college level? Could you see Gossy going to Arkansas or somewhere like that, getting an offensive coordinator or head coaching job right now?
Hell no. High school. Them boys is going to high school, bro, at this point. No lie. And what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to find something for you, bro, because that shit, bro, didn't I send, because you remember the other day I sent you something. I was like, bro, did you see what happened to Liam Eichenberg versus the Falcons?
Yeah, but he got bull rush, but he kind of tripped over Solomon Kinley foot as well.
Oh yeah, that was that play. I couldn't see it in the highlight. Okay, I know which play that was. I'm not gonna show that rap. I was gonna be like, bro, well, you got things like this happening, you can't do anything. But yeah, I remember it now.
So at the end of the game, you're in a prevent defense, right? You're in a prevent defense, and all they need is 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards to get a field goal. But you got all the people playing back with like it was like 15 seconds left on the how many seconds? It was a good amount of seconds on the clock. How do you do that? How do you make those mistakes?
You know something that's so funny how they like if Tua throws a pick or if Tua makes any mistake, they just like they excuse that he's a 2-year pro, but like no one brought up how Brian Flores' boy literally cost the game against the Jaguars when he allowed Marvin Jones to just like get outside leverage on him. Like how the heck did that happen?
Well, I told you about that play when it first happened. Like
Yeah.
literally, you don't have over the top. You don't have help over the top. You cannot give up. You cannot give up the outside leverage. You need to funnel the guy inside because that's where because you had help. You had a single high, but your help is in the in. Like your help will be on the inside. You have no help on the outside because you don't have that man on a single high. You don't have that man over the top of you. So no way in hell you let that guy get outside leverage and stack you.
Mhm.
And exactly what he did. Like I'm sitting on my couch and I know that. I like how can you know Igbo? You cannot let that happen. I'm pretty sure, and the crazy thing is he was still right there, but it's because like Trevor Lawrence put a dime. That was a dime. I can't
And it was
blame
a beautiful route. Like Marvin Jones, at the end of the day, that's that veteran route running where it's like when in the NFL, bro, like it's hard to kind of stack somebody. You feel me? It's not street ball like how we could just get on top of somebody. This is the NFL. It's hard to stack somebody. So the way how he kind of, everything is very subtle in the NFL with some of those routes. So it's like he still got them, experience and stuff, but you can't allow that.
So when we talking about Tua, we all it's like it's always Tua's fault. It's always Tua's fault. It's always Tua's fault. Like the NFL average is like 24 points or what, something like that. Tua scored 28. The defense gives up a late field goal. They win the game. The Falcons win the game. But Tua put up 28 points. It's not like the defense scored any points. Tua put up 28 points. The defense allowed 30. Like, what do you want the man to do? Like, with a piss poor offensive line, receivers that don't get much separation outside of Jalen Waddle. I just don't understand like how you get upset. Like literally the offensive line is just horrible. Like I said about the offensive coordinators, which one of his coordinators would be a offensive coordinator on another team? Name one starting offensive lineman that we have that's going to start on somebody else's team.
Hold that thought. Let me go get my charger real quick for my laptop.
All right. So it's just like it's one of those things, people. Well, when you look at the stuff like this, the defense. We all know the defense was not playing well, but we still blame Tua for these losses. Okay, he's not putting up gaudy numbers. Who would with behind this offensive line? Who would put up numbers behind this offensive line?
And it's like, I don't want to sound like, because, people going to be like, 2-and-ons. You don't want to sound too much. Like, you got to still be objective and stuff, too. But it was just crazy. I seen somebody being like somebody pointed out, like, wait, maybe what if Tua is throwing quick passes because, he's scared or, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things that goes to it because, people be wanting to always see the big play because you'll see somebody streaking outside or out of nowhere and they be like, oh, Tua should have hit that. And it's like, boy, as soon as you catch the ball in shotgun formation, somebody's on your tail. And the perfect example is, you remember, like, even Jabroni is gonna get some like respect here. It's like, you remember that game? I forgot, was it against the Raiders? I forgot who was playing, but he came up. He was like, "We're going gun." As soon as the ball was snapped, he was on his behind.
And at the same time, when I think about it, I can blame Tua for that game. He had 2 picks as well. So you can like, but at the same time, it's like each pick he made up for it. But it was 2 turnovers. Both team had 2 turnovers. So it's not like they won the turnover battle or anything like that. But he did
Mhm.
with those that pick to Dion Jones. He no, was it Dion Jones? No, it wasn't Dion Jones. It was that other guy. There other I can't remember the guy's name. Is it on here anywhere?
So my question is, let's go to our rushing. Let's go to our rushing. Before I can even blame Tua for any type of 2 interception type of deals, because people love to go with, oh, he threw 2 interceptions. It's like, well, wait, what
So
the heck does that say?
so Tua had 4 attempts for 29 yards. Savon Ahmed had 7 for 26. Miles Gaskin had 15 for 67.
Wait, does that say Tua went 37-41?
He went 32 of 40 for this is his
Oh,
81%
okay.
game.
Okay, because I was
32
like,
of
I don't
40.
remember this game being like, I'm like, I thought it was something because I can't, the screen looks kind of weird on my side, but yeah,
Hold on. Make it bigger.
there we go. Because I was like, there's no way that he did that. But yeah, so let's look at this. Let's look at this. So we got Miles Gaskin. You said 1567. What was his average? What was his average?
Had to be like
Oh,
3 something.
oh, they hide in the average. How freaking cool. I'm gonna calculate it. Don't worry. So we got 15 carries for 67.
4.4 yards a carry.
I gotta blame that on coaching. Yeah, I gotta definitely blame that on coaching because Ahmed had a 26-yard rush. Yeah, he didn't even get a chance to really like.
He was
And
7
that's
for
another
26.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
did he have like a poor practice work ethic or something? Because didn't he ran for like over 100 yards on the Patriots?
I couldn't tell you, bro.
Yeah, that was kind of weird for me.
Yeah, for Saeed, I don't know how to say his name. This guy right here, that's who got the interception. Cause it came but then it came directly off of pressure. But it is what it is. You gotta find somebody else. And Jalen Waddle moved. He saw Jalen Waddle and he threw it to where Jalen Waddle was, but Jalen Waddle had moved. But it's just one of those things. It is what it is, bro. So it's just like you look at this, and if you believe that you can't win with Tua, you crazy. Now, can he take you to the promised land? Honestly, I don't know. I just don't know. But do I think he's going to be improved next season? 1,000%, 1,000% sure. Whether
We
he's on the
still
Dolphins or he's
It's
on
like
some
if
other
you ask
team.
me, it's like it's so funny when you say, "Can he go to the promised land?" There's a lot of people you can ask, "Can they go to the promised land?" Can Dak Prescott go to the promised land?
Just imagine, like, it's crazy to think that we shit on this second-year pro because he doesn't get the amount of yards that other quarterbacks do, but he gets wins that other quarterbacks don't. Dak Prescott, you know how I feel about Dak Prescott. He get a lot of empty calories. He has Amari Cooper. He had Michael Gallup. They lost him to the ACL. But that was like what, week 12 or something like that, week 13. Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. He has a Hall of Fame. At least 2 people off of that line is going to the Hall of Fame. Not to mention that Travis Frederick, I think that's how you name Travis Frederick. He would have been like, if he didn't get that the cancer and stuff like that. Was it cancer? It was some type of crazy illness. If he doesn't get that, he's going to the Hall of Fame, and he still might get into the Hall of Fame. So he has Tyron Smith in his prime, Zach Martin in his prime, Travis Frederick in his prime. Lyle Collins was there as well. Like literally, he has at least 4 people that if they go to another team, they're starting.
And can command big money too.
And command big money.
Just off a name.
Just off name. And he didn't do anything with that line. He didn't have Amari, they went out and got Amari. Okay, he didn't have a defense. He had an okay defense. I ain't gonna flex. He had an all right defense. It was never.
Are we talking about the one last year? Or, I mean, this year?
No, I'm talking about years past. I'm talking about he's a 5th year, 6th year pro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but his team has built around him, and he still doesn't do anything. He's in the NFC least, not the NFC East. He's in the NFC least. Like, I calculated their win totals before, like literally, like they're literally a team last year. The Redskins got in 7-9. They were 7-9 last year and got into the playoffs. Let that sink in. No team in their conference was above 7-9. And like I said in a previous video, they sit up there and dominate that conference and get held as Super Bowl champ. Like they're going. I was like, no, they're going to be first and out, 1-0.
I was done with Dak after that little whole debacle of that game, and then he literally said the refs deserve to get things thrown at them, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah, Dak. I'm kind of through with Dak as well. Like, and I told you on that. I think I told you on the previous podcast. I was like, if he doesn't, he needed to apologize immediately that night, not Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
He needed to apologize that night, and he didn't. And
yeah, I lost all respect for that because, and then on top of that, it's like as a Dolphins fan, of course, we gotta, I gotta vent really quick, but it's like, bro, you sitting up here talking about the damn refs, and the Dolphins are sitting home today, and the Ravens was in our place. I mean, the Raiders was in our place. F off.
So we talk about Tua versus the Bills, right? So Tua gets shits on for playing terrible against the Bills. So, but Brian Flores is 0-6 against the Bills. And all of them has been blowouts. All of them, like literally, even if 11-26, they never had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, and that was with Tua. So we shit on Tua. We poop on Tua for not being able to, produce. But how can you get mad at Tua when the coach is being outcoached, just straight dragged through the mud? Like I don't feel like they go into Buffalo Bill game prepared at all.
There's no way they could have. There's no way they could. Do you recall that game? Like Devontae Parker had like 13 receptions. I mean, like 13 targets, bro. No rhyme or reason with those 13 targets, bro. Like Vontae doesn't even need 13 targets. We talk about this all the time, bro. Like give him like 3, 4, 5 catches. He'll be at like between 70 and 100. He good. Gesicki and Waddle should be having all the catches, and it's like, bro, they didn't have none of the catches. Like, and most opposing quarterbacks actually did very horrible against the Bills, which is actually funny too.
Bills make a lot of quarterbacks look trash.
Mm-hmm.
What's good, Jay, bro? What's good, Mark? But I honestly, I don't get it with the Dolphins. Whether they move on from Tua, and I honestly don't care. But if anything, because of the draft pick, like so many people are just, we're not one player away from getting to the Super Bowl. Deshaun Watson does not get us to a Super Bowl. He does not get us to the playoffs because we just seen what he did with a trash team. He went 4-12. That's what he did. Like that's not speculation. That's not what ifs. That's fact. With a sorry team around him, he went 4-12.
You know something I just thought
And
about?
go ahead.
That like what you saying all of this. So it's like I think about this now a lot actually, and I think about it from this standpoint. How the hell we Miami, we're Miami Dolphins. We have like the best place to stay in the United States. Best weather, everything.
Outside of California, we don't
Outs-
get earthquake. We don't get earthquakes. We get
Hell
hurricanes.
no, we better than California with the weather. Them motherfuckers get what you call it again? Wildfires and stuff. That
Oh
is
hell yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy.
That
Go
is
ahead, go.
crazy when I be
Go,
seeing
go.
that. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
anyways, we got great weather and stuff like that. But we can't attract no big name quarterbacks. No big name quarterbacks wanted to
Peyton
come down
Manning
here.
just spurred us. Act like he was coming here, went to the Broncos.
I mean, shoot, I would have went to the Broncos too with that ferocious behind defense.
Had a chance to get Drew Brees. We chose Dante Culpepper.
But he was like not a big name quarterback at that point. He was like, known, but like I'm saying, like, damn, we can't attract the Aaron Rodgers. We can't attract nothing.
Well, that it's just like so. Okay, I'll ask you this. I'll flip that question on you. What big name quarterback has been released or been able to, come down here free, like free agency? Like, name that quarterback. Name a quarterback that has been free. I hate to say it like that, but name a quarterback that has been free.
I mean, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's the reason why we can't. I feel like it's the reason why we can't like attract super big name like names. Like, it's not even just a quarterback; it's just like certain names. Like,
I disagree with that. Any big name free agent that we've wanted, like 7 times out of 10, we got them. We wanted
except Ndamukong Suh.
Let me continue. So Ndamukong Suh, we wanted him, we got him. Mike Wallace, we wanted him, we got him.
Mike Wallace, what did he do? And outside of the Dolphins, what was he?
That's not the question that you asked. That's not the question that you actually said. You said big free agent. Not saying that they didn't do whatever they did, and when they got here, they didn't do good. That's on us. But at the time, they were big name free agents. They were big name free agents. So I'm gonna continue. So we wanted Carlos Dansby at the time. We got him. We wanted Philip Willard. We believe that he was a big time. He was going to be, when he was with the Raiders, he was going to do good things. We got him. It's hard to find a player that Miami necessarily really, really wanted that we did not get. That was a big name. It's a few people out there that, turned us away, that didn't come here. Joey Porter, another one. I know he was on the back edge of his career, but he was a pretty sought out person. We got him. Like, it's Dolphins typically get the players they want. It's just, I don't know, when they come here, they just don't play up to what they played at somewhere else. I can, like Jordan Howard. That dude came here. You know how I feel about Jordan Howard. I hated Jordan Howard when he came here. I was happy when he came, but when he got here, just trash. And then he went back with the Eagles. He's like, oh, it's time to play again. He got in shape. I was like, what the? Like, the dude literally lost weight, got up, football shape, and everything. I was like, this ninja here. So
it makes me ask another question. Why is people getting overweight on the Dolphins? Kenley, like, what is Flo like, what was Flo doing, bro? Like, it was too much dysfunction. And I'm not gonna just put it on him. We gotta say, okay, Greer's gonna have some accountability.
It's kind of on Flo too. Who's your offensive line coach? Who's your strength and conditioning coach? Who are these people that you got in your organization is not keeping tabs on Kenley, what he's eating or when he's coming in and stuff like that?
Oh, you know how I feel about our strength and conditioning coaches already, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, Devontae Parker, why is he always injured, bro? Why is he always injured? It's not even a dang broken bone. It's just pulled hamstring. Work this motherfucker's hamstrings. Like, what are we doing? It's just crazy. But anyways, that's just the frustration of a fan. I'm just messing around. We can get back into the real stuff.
So I got Deshaun Watson stats pulled up right here. His score, because that's what we were talking about before. Like, on a sorry team, this is what he does. Like, he had Will Fuller, he had Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cook, you know how we feel about Brandon Cooks. He's legit. He's fringe Hall of Fame based on his numbers. If he continues to produce like he does, I believe he gets into the Hall of Fame.
For real.
But Kansas City, 20 to 34, 253 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Bro, he was sacked 4 times.
Offensive line. So one of the things that people don't give their offensive line last year is better than our line this year. And hands down, better than our line. He holds on to the ball a lot. He holds on to the ball. Because he's so elusive in the pocket. He roll out, he got all those, but he holds on to the ball genuinely a long time. I wish I had a PFF because it shows, how long does it take to release the ball? Like how long does he holds on to the ball a long time. With this offensive line, bro, that we have right now, this man would get killed. He would definitely get injured.
It's like I understand big physical guy, super physical and stuff like that, but people are not.
I think he's 2'7". I think he's listed at like 217, 6'2", 215, 6'2".
What?
Two is 6'1", 217. He's an inch taller than Tua and 2 pounds lighter. You did not know that. I'm gonna take it as you did not know that. They didn't see your reaction just now. That's funny. That's a funny thing because I don't got us on the screen. I just got this on the screen. That's funny as shit.
What? I'm confused. Like, are you serious? Like this real stuff?
So that's one of the things that people like that when you can just feed, you can feed the sheep, as they say. You don't necessarily. How tall do you think Aaron Rodgers is?
6'2", I know that, but bro, you be seeing pictures of Deshaun Watson, bro. He be looking like he about 230.
It's just because I don't know.
What that boy went vegan for the offseason?
No, he's never been a big quarterback. It just looked like he never been a big quarterback. I never thought he was over 220.
I thought he was like 230, 225, bro.
When he was in Clemson, he was like 210. So,
bro, I remember when people was trying to throw the narrative, they was like, yeah, Tua got like small hands, and then next it's gonna find out this motherfucking hands is like.
So you know what I did? I wish I would have saved it. Like literally, I looked up how many times Tannehill. Like I was looking at fumbles. Daniel Jones pulling back the ball. Like literally, I can show you a highlight. I can make a highlight of him pulling the ball and just it flying out of his hands. Sam Darnold is another one. Ryan Tannehill. I seen like I just Google. I put it in YouTube. Quarterbacks that slip fumbles. It's in the rain. It's in the rain. The man literally dropped it in the rain.
Like
it's in the rain. But back to Deshaun Watson. So literally, the man scored 20 points. The man scored 16. The man scored 21, 23. Then he put up 30 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is the Jacksonville Jaguars that's going to eventually get Trevor Lawrence. They were tanking. We know they were tanking. Then he put up 36 against Tennessee, 20. Then he goes off again, 27 on Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
So why you couldn't put up more than 7 points on Cleveland? The Cleveland Browns, you can't.
And their defense was not like how it was, like, you feel me, this year. So
you couldn't put up on Cleveland Browns. You only come muster 7 points, 163 yards. That's all you got. And you Deshaun Watson.
I just can't wait till tomorrow. Or wait, is there games tomorrow? Whenever football games come back on, so I can just laugh at the narratives that I hear. I'm so sad that Mac Jones is not there because, oh man, the Mac Jones narrative, we need to make a collage of the narrative they was giving him.
He put up 41 against the Detroit Lions, and we know they were sucking as well. sucking lemons. Like this is you only could put up 7 against Chicago, 20 against like 20. Like,
Chicago now. I mean, run that back now. Chicago defense was ferocious.
but if you're that guy. That's the narrative, because they say Tua is not the guy, but you're that guy.
But look at the stretch of games that he wasn't even doing that good. So it's like, look, after the 4 touchdown game, look at it.
He lost every game in the season.
But look at his stats though, his individual stats.
They're gonna look at. So this is why I tell you that.
Look at that completion rating.
It's pretty good. It's 68, 70, 80, 72. It's good.
For the okay, is that 26 to 38? Because I don't know. Okay. All right, now I can see it.
No, it's good. It's good, but this is empty calories. You're like, if we go to this game. He scored his points and did not do anything else.
I'm scared to ask, but who was the coach starting quarter? Phillip Rivers. Okay, because I was like, yo, did he lose to Jabroni?
No.
Look at Duke. I seen Duke name. Duke.
Yeah, he was with the Texans last year. But it's just like third quarter. Like you're not doing anything. Like nothing going. Fourth quarter, you just completing passes, but not getting nowhere near a touchdown. Like you're not doing anything.
Short right to Brandon Cooks for 23 yards. 18 yards to Kute, whatever his name is. Duke Johnson.
Cutie. Kiki Cutie. But that's what I'm saying, bro. You sitting up here. It's like, what did you do? Like you didn't score the last 2 quarters. That could have hopefully, one touchdown and you win the game. And you got I think he had got a safety. Like, what are you doing? One touchdown, but you can't. But you're that guy, though. You're that guy. And then when he doesn't succeed, it's gonna be like he didn't have a team around him.
Yeah, his team
doesn't have a team around him either.
His team didn't step up, but it's like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me I can have the 32nd O-line, 31st run game, top 5 in drops, but I'm 15 in my profession or what I'm doing. I'm in the middle of the pack, but for some reason I get blamed for everybody else, though. It's just crazy, bro. The narrative, man.
Outside of Jalen, like I said, outside of Jalen Waddle, outside of Devontae Parker, Tua starts on another team. Tua can start on the Browns easily.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. He starts on the Browns. Like,
he can start on the Saints.
Line?
He can start on the Texans. He can start on the Jets.
Sean Payton would freaking cry if Tua walked through them doors. He wouldn't even show it. He'll just be in his side, and he'll just be like, well, the NFL done got me for another 5 to 10 years. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. It's like the man could go to a lot of different teams and still do good. But it's like, I understand, from the point of view of like Justin Herbert, Joe Burrows. And it's like Joe Burrow, I'm going to give Joe Burrow almost in a sense like what Tua went through in a way where it's like he didn't start with certain things, but then they did do it like really quickly. But in my opinion, what I'm trying to say is that he really started winning. Like, he put everything together. And right now it's going to be Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and then Tua. And it's like when I look at all of that stuff, I'm like, as Dolphins fans, I'm like, why are we so mad right now? We got the 2020 quarterback draft was pretty strong from what we're seeing from all three quarterbacks.
So just imagine if Jordan Love had to play.
Yeah, what would they be saying about him?
Just imagine if
He
Jordan
would have
Love had to
probably
play.
took the Tua. You know, actually, he would have took the Tua blame because he's on Green Bay, so he would have lost about 2 games in a row. The narrative would have been crazy on him.
So I'm gonna look. Let's look up these games, and I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a night. Look up these games. Look up these games for tomorrow. You watching the games tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I told you. You know what I'm watching. I ain't even watching football for football no more. I'm just watching for the narratives.
So we have let me. I'm about to make it visible. So we have. Can you see that good?
Yeah.
So we have Bengals, Titans, and we have 49ers, Packers. We can do both. I should be about time I get off at 5, but we can probably start the stream at 5:30. And we can be on that for that. Like, who you taking? It's at the music. Is it in Tennessee? Is that Tennessee?
Yeah. We're in the big leagues now because now that we're live, I can't be going back and forth. I gotta kind of stand on my business.
Mm-hmm.
So
you want me to go first?
I'll go first. You go first.
Okay,
No,
go ahead.
So, I used to be a former Tannehill fan, former Dolphin. So, I got to go with Tannehill, man. I got to, and then on top of that, I like Joe Burrow. I respect Joe Burrow, but I can't have you just kicking my quarterback ass, man. So I kind of need you to lose, Joe.
Joe Burrow is, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what the kid did. I don't know if the Tooth Fairy had came to him and was like, bro, I know at Ohio State you're trash. You're not making it up the depth chart, but we need you to go to LSU. We need you to go down to LSU. The swamp.
Urban Myers was the coach. That's what.
That's funny. That is funny. And the man, like literally, people had this man as a 6th-round pick coming out of Ohio State. If he would have came out that year, because he's an older quarterback and experienced. Yeah. Like he's the age of.
He's like 24.
Yeah, he's 24. Turning 25 next year. 25 this year. He's an older quarterback. So I'm not, that's experience come with, he getting into his man body a little bit before, Justin Herbert is just different. But like growth, like he's and that's one thing I want to mention about Justin Herbert before, because you just mentioned all 3 of them. Justin Herbert is like his floor right now is crazy, but I will go as to say if all this, it's there. If this doesn't go anywhere else, it's there. But this processing
in the heart.
I ain't gonna question it yet,
bro.
Up here, hold on, let me finish. Up here, the processing, like I told you, if you watch him, I watched every Chargers game and I have watched every Bengals game. NFL League Pass. His arm is just so amazing. He sees things late, but because his arm is just crazy, he still gets it there. Tua can't do it. Tua don't have that type of arm. He has to anticipate, which he does very well.
Hold on. I got to stop that right there, bro. Would Tom Brady ever say, I never prayed for a tie so bad in my life?
Tom Brady wouldn't say that.
Would Michael Jordan ever say that?
He's not on that level yet.
Would any of those people say that?
I know.
I'm not even saying that. Even at work, I'm not even trying to say that. Like, F a tie, I want to win. So
Bro, when you just want to get in so bad,
I
it
don't
is what
want
it
to
is.
get
You
in.
say
I want to
stuff that you normally wouldn't say.
I want to put my foot on it.
So I think we've seen the best of Justin Herbert, if that makes sense. Justin Herbert would
Yeah, I
never
think we
be.
did. Yeah, I
I
think we
don't
did.
think he elevate like I said, Keenan Allen, um, Mike Williams, they've been doing this before he got there. Like he doesn't. I don't believe he elevate. If he did, they wouldn't have lost to the Texans. They don't lose to the Raiders. They don't
Mm-hmm.
lose those games. Joe Burrow elevates the people around him a little bit, just even if it's just this much. It's different. It's just watching them play is different. Like you think that's why we didn't see this type. This is, and I'll go back to this is why we didn't see this type when he was back at Oregon. He didn't have elite pass catchers around him. That's why we didn't see him, just doing crazy stuff like he's doing now. Because Keenan Allen gets almost instant separation. Mike Williams gets great separation. And you watch Jalen Guyton, Austin Eckler. I remember somebody was complaining about Tua throwing short. He throws the short to Austin Eckler all the time, and he makes like 6 people miss in one play and gets into the end zone.
Austin Eckler had 20 damn touchdowns. I ain't trying to hear nothing, dog.
Let me wrap
I ain't
this
trying
up.
to hear nothing.
As much as I like Cincinnati to win this game, I think the return of Derrick Henry is just going to be what puts them over the top. Foreman was running crazy, and if Derrick Henry is at least, the man, I think he ended up in like 7th in rushing, and he didn't play for the last like 9 weeks.
I almost want to cry because we missed something that was going to be extremely special if he would have kept on playing. We missed something extremely special. But I mean, shit, he would have. I ain't gonna lie, I would have wanted to see him versus Christian Wilk. Oh god dang, Curtis Martin way up there. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew he was high, but I didn't know he was way. I don't know.
1, 2, 3. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He finished 9th and didn't play for 8 weeks and 9 weeks.
Damn, hold on. Najee Harris had 1,200.
Oh yeah, Najee was he. But
and 7 tubs.
The only thing I don't like about that is the amount of carries that took him to get that high.
Did he fumble? He didn't fumble. No fumble.
He put all those miles on him for no reason.
Whoa, is that 307?
Yeah.
You see, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If I'm a running back, I'm not trying to really go to the Steelers, bro. Damn, look at Dalvin, though. He's a freaking monster, bro. 249 attempts for just a monster.
249 attempts. Look at Nick Chubb. Give me
Whoa, look at Joe Mixon. Oh, no. Okay, I was confused. I thought Joe.
No, Joe Mixon has 228. I mean, Joe Mixon has 292 and 1205. And then Nick Chubb has 228 with 1259. Like, and Nick Chubb missed games. But look, this is what I'm saying. Joe Burrow has Joe Mixon back there. Austin Eckler, like 9-11, right? 12 tubs, and we know his receiving is crazy too. Bro, like I don't even want to look for one of our running backs.
Yeah, hey, let's go look for our running backs. I kind of feel like laughing.
Myles Gaskin.
You see him?
Josh Allen has.
Where Myles Gaskin at?
Right here. Oh, you can't. Oh, let me go up a little bit. Right here.
Yo, all those other guys are like second screen running backs, dog. Like,
no, every last one of them is. Every last one of them is. There's no starting running backs over here. Miles Sanders is the only starting running back. He got injured.
And he's special. We know what he does.
Yeah.
Jesus Christmas, Lord, James Conner.
Would you? Oh, okay. So, but yeah. So, all right, bro. So I'm gonna take Tennessee as well. I just think Derrick Henry returning is gonna be a little bit too much. So, who you got? 49ers and the Packers. We need honestly, we need 49ers. We need the 49ers. We need the 49ers to win, to lose.
I want the 49ers to win simply
What?
because it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. I'm gonna tell you kind of I'm gonna tell you on the low why I really want it. You know, it got something to do with Tua though. But my thing is, of course, I want the Packers to win, of course, because of the pick, right? Mm-hmm. But I want to know what the narrative would be if Aaron Rodgers loses the game.
Nah, I'm cool. I'll take the pick over. I'll take.
I just want to know the narrative.
No, I'll take the pick over the narrative. Well, all right. I will. We'll be back on here 5 o'clock, 5:15 at the latest tomorrow. Thanks everybody that stopped by. Drop a like if you can. We greatly appreciate it. We on up and up, man.
On the up and up.
So tomorrow we have the game. We have the NFL game. And then we have UFC starting at 6. We're probably gonna be over here like 4 or 5 hours, probably.
I don't know. And then maybe we probably might be switching interchangeably. One person do football, one person do UFC or something like that. I don't know.
All right.
But I know we got a lot of devices. So all righty, man. Be easy. Good show. Good show. Pieces and loves to everybody who listens. And yeah.
Peace, love him.
All right, then, bro. Have a good night.
Much to you. Yep.